Steve, I'm going to get right to the point. Now, normally I scare people off because today happens to be your birthday, Steve. And I promise you, I will not sing it this year. I'm going to spare
Yep.
you and the viewers all the grief. Anyway, hi, Steve. Happy birthday today. How you
Oh,
doing? How
thank
you
you.
feeling today?
Thank you. I'm good. I'm good today. I can't complain. I'm 51 for those of you that are curious. Even though I, by many people, I don't appear to be 51. A lot of people mistake me and think that I'm 41 instead of 51. So,
Such a problem, Steve.
no, I'm okay with that. I like the fact that you know that I am aging gracefully or like a fine wine, whatever you want to call it. But no, it's been pretty good. I'm hoping to have a pretty nice day today. I've got to go and run one errand, and then I'll be pretty much free after that. And like I said, I'm not really looking for anything extravagant. If I get taken to lunch or dinner or something like that, a birthday cake or something is optional if someone decides to do that. Um, but aside from that, I'm just going to have a simple, just a semi-relaxing, enjoyable kind of day. If that makes any sense, I'm not really going to You know, it's not like it was, say, when I was 10 or 11, where I would go trick or treating and want just about all the candy in the world. Although I don't mind the candy, I still like the candy from Halloween. There are a few that I do like.
Yeah.
Candy corn, I liked it as a kid, not so much. But if I had to go the candy corn route, I actually prefer Indian corn, which is the same thing, but it's black on top or brown.
Yeah, so cute. Those are so cute.
Yeah.
This week I treated myself to a bag of marshmallows because of Halloween. And they weren't the itsy bitsy teensy weensy marshmallows that you throw in your hot chocolate. These are the ones that you would put into a s'mores. So when I bit into one of them, I was in my glory. I said, "Oh, once a year, like you look forward to certain things." And Steve, you couldn't have asked to have a birthday at the best time of the year, in my
Hmm.
honest opinion, the height of the fall, a few weeks before Thanksgiving. I mean,
Yeah.
the weather is a little crispier even by you, right?
Yeah.
The weather
Yeah.
is, how's the weather there now?
Well, this morning when I got up, it was 51, which is a little cool for this time of year for us. Um, but they said we're expecting to get upper 40s as well. But
Wow.
the daytime is where it pays. Then your daytime highs is like like low middle 70s, which is what I like. Um,
That's perfect. I love that weather.
so, yeah, so I'm not really complaining. It is the like the middle point of the fall season, the harvest.
Amazing.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, my due date was actually 15 days ago. No, my mom should my due date was actually the 16th of October, but that didn't seem to be the case. I wound up, I wasn't ready to come out, so I held on a wee bit longer, and then the my mom's, you know, obstetrician, I guess is what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. He told my dad, take her down a bumpy road very slowly. Now, at the time, my dad had a 500 Fiat, not the modernized ones that they come out with, but the original one from way back. He had a 1972 Fiat 500. So my dad took my mom down this little bumpy road, real slow, bump, bump, bump. And I guess what it did is it might have set things into motion a little bit. And then 11 o'clock on the 30th, which would be, my dad took my mom to the hospital. I guess her water broke. And at 2 a.m. on the 31st, that's when I was born.
That's interesting that you know the precise time, that you were born, because like you could check that out like in astrology books and stuff like that for fun, like certain
Yeah,
times and date and all that.
there is a website, and I went to it about a month and a half ago. Um, Everybody has a zodiac, but if you ever wanted to know what what your zodiac is rising, I guess that's another category. Your one zodiac, but the rising part can be something else. So I decided to go on there, type in the information, Scorpio, that's what I am. But then I put in my date of birth, my time, and I hit search or submit.
Yeah.
So even though I am a Scorpio, come to find out I'm Virgo rising.
And what is the distinction like when you say rising? What is that exactly?
I think it has something to do with the moon, that the moon of some. I'm not
Okay.
really. I don't really follow astrology too closely, but I think it has something to do with the moon. I don't. If anybody knows what I'm talking about in the case of astrology, that's great. I don't want to sound like I'm, talking
No,
Greek.
no, 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 no. And now, are you considered like still a Scorpio? My dad's birthday, rest his soul, is coming up next week. And he definitely was a Scorpio. So you're considered a Scorpio, correct?
Well, the Scorpio zodiac starts at about the 24th of October, and it
Oh.
runs through the 22nd of November.
When
Um,
I first started talking to you, I honestly thought you were a Virgo.
well, no, that wasn't exactly untrue, because like I said, when I went back and did that little search, everybody's got something rising about them. That's separate. It's a different zodiac from what you actually are. Um, so I did that, and I've gotten that on a few occasions. I've gotten to where I actually sound more Virgo than I do Scorpio. But if I would have been born according to due date, I would have been a Libra zodiac. A
Hmm.
Libra. And I think that runs from like September 21st to October or 22nd through October 23rd is considered Libra. And I've got a good friend of mine that is the Libra zodiac. His birthday was on the 11th of October. So yeah, but I mean, I'm okay with, God wanted me. He wanted me to be born on Halloween for some reason. That
Yeah.
was my set. You know, that's what he
Absolutely.
wanted. Um, would I? A lot of people have a lot of misconceptions about Halloween. A lot of people don't celebrate it. They don't like it. They think it's uh, what it is people have exploited it for what it really is. Everybody thinks, oh, Halloween, horror movies, blood, demonic, Satan, the devil. No, it's not. That's what society made it.
Yeah.
But if you go back into your history books and look up the jack-o'-lantern, the pumpkin that you set out on your front doorstep or on your porch, that was to push the demons away, not bring them in. Feel free to look it up. No, um, the Halloween day is actually a religious thing. People don't see that, but that's what it originally was way back in the beginning of time. It was religious. It was not,
All Hallows Eve, the
yeah,
night that precedes All Saints Day.
day, right.
And a lot of people took it into the wrong context. And Halloween, here you go. You were so correct, Steve. The jack-o'-lantern in the window to chase away the evil.
Yeah.
So anyone who misinterprets that, in my opinion, misinterprets it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because a lot of the time, when I meet somebody, I usually don't mention my birthday. I mean, a lot of people are okay with it, but I've had a chosen few when they found out what my birthday is. Uh, uh, they get very apprehensive. I don't know why.
That's awful. I mean,
Yeah.
it just sounds so crazy. People misinterpreting someone's birthday. Who is someone else to judge someone's date of birth? That is the most ridiculous thing ever. I agree with you there. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, look at it this way. There's other days, other holiday. A lot of people don't consider Halloween a holiday, but there's other days in the year. You've got people born on Valentine's Day. Okay. The day of love. Well, I've got my thoughts about Valentine's Day. I think that's another day that, why love somebody one day of the year when you can spend the whole year loving somebody? That's not. So I'm a little bit up in the air about that one. And you got Mother's Day, Father's Day. You got a few other days within the year that, um,
My mom always used to say every day is Mother's Day. My mom always said that.
you know what, with her saying that, I do agree. I do agree with that. Yeah.
And you
Why?
spoke to my mother a number of times, so you
Yeah.
remember my mother's disposition. So
Right. Right. No, I do. And no,
she
she's
loved
right.
you, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. She was very sweet. I mean, I really.
Thank you.
Yeah. She was. As you know,
Kind, kind lady, very kind lady.
right. And but she is right. I mean, every day is Mother's Day if you think
There
about
you
it.
go.
And, you
And
know,
today is your birthday. You were born in a pretty kind of like tumultuous year. I mean, you were a baby, of course, didn't know. I was like going to high school in 1974, where a lot of our viewers, Steve, were in high school at that time. We were
Mhm.
in the height of the energy crisis and all sorts of political craziness.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything unlike that at the moment, which we won't talk about. How's it feel to be 51, though? 5-1. Does it feel any different for you?
No, no. I'll just say this: turning 51 feels no different than when I turned 47, 48. I mean, I feel the same. Well,
Yeah.
one of the things about me though is I have, the youthfulness is still within me.
Yeah.
And I
It,
may be 51 mentally. I feel like I'm about 32 or three, which my mind is still pretty sharp. So no, I'm good with
age is really just a number as
it
far as
is.
like I'm concerned. It's just a number. It's how you feel. There are people in their 30s and 40s that act 75. There are people in their 70s that act much younger than 70s. It's a lot of it's up
Yeah,
here.
I actually did something day before yesterday, but not a lot of people went over and acknowledged it on Facebook. There's a page that I subscribe to. It's called 70s Groove Shack, is what it's called. And they put up the top 20 songs of the week of October 26th of 74, which is the week I was born in, by the way. The top 20 songs. And I put it on my timeline. And the number one song that week was one called Then Came You by Dionne Warwick and the
Yeah,
Spirit.
that was a good song.
Yeah. And the number two song was Stevie Wonder, You Haven't Done Nothing. If you might remember it. It kind of sounds a little bit like Superstition, but not quite.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that one.
You had sent it to me a little while, not recently, about I don't know, year or two back, and I said, "Oh, that one, yeah, yeah, yeah." It
Yeah, but
was great. In case anybody doesn't know, Steve and myself met uh, because of music. You love music. I mean, especially from any particular time. You love all kinds of music. You
yeah,
don't
I'm
shut
not.
your mind off to music. Am I right?
Yeah, I'm not particular to one one set year, decade. My tastes are pretty eclectic though when it comes to
Yeah.
music. So yeah. Well, let's see. Okay. Well, I can't really think of a whole lot more to say.
No, we're just happy it's your birthday. All of us wish you well on behalf of all of your viewers. Wishing you well, Steve. Have an amazing beginning of your 51st year. In the 50s is a wonderful, wonderful time because you're
Mhm.
kind of like just smack dab in the middle there. Enjoy every single day, fluff off any other like nonsense and go, you know what? I'm just going to have a great day today anyway. And that's the best way to celebrate your
That's what I'm going to
birthday.
do.
There
Hmm.
you go. Very happy birthday to you. All the very best.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm just going to more than anything, it's not really going out and doing things, lunch, dinner. Believe it or not, that's okay. I'm all right with that. But more than anything is if I do little subtle things or buy certain things that make me happy. Like for example, I should probably go do it. Publix this week, and I haven't had it in a while. I ought to go to Publix and get a half a pound of mortadella,
Oh,
bologna, and get a type of cheese that I normally don't buy.
yeah.
Maybe a little prosciutto on this, things like that. Little subtle things like that.
Make your little charcuterie there. Get the mortadella. Get your
Yeah,
mortadella,
yeah.
right?
So little
Definitely.
little subtle things along that lines.
A little
Actually,
Coca-Cola.
yeah, that's a good one too. But
I know.
no, little subtle things like that.
Mhm.
Um, things that make me happy, things that I
Sure.
enjoy is really at my age. That's really what I'm after more than anything.
And
But
your birthday's not just tomorrow. Keep in mind, you got the whole week ahead. Make it a birthday week. So let's say tomorrow you do the charcuterie with the mortadella and or whatever else you decide.
yeah,
Just use
the
it as an
cheese and
example.
all
And
prosciutto.
then on Saturday you pick some other thing that you want to do, like like stretch it out. Like it's hard to combine every single thing you want to do in one day. So
It
I
is.
have learned as I got older. Now that I'm heading to 67 in December. Oh my gosh! Listen, I learned it is okay to have a birthday week. Go for the week, Steve. I'm telling you.
Well, one of the things I've always done, because All Saints Day, the 1st of November, plays along with my day. There's a because they're related. So,
Absolutely.
well, I have been known to continue into the 1st of November, into the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th. I've done it. I've done it. So so you are right. I have made a whole week of whatever I want to
Definitely
do.
go for it. I know some people who go so far as actually have a birthday month. I am
Month.
not even kidding you. They like plan like activities like they're going to go to a show, or play or a sporting
Right.
event, or they just like you can't like cram jam everyone like in that one little period of time in one little day.
No. But you know what? I used to celebrate October month. I used to take the month of October and just but I might try something a little different because my birthday's at the last day of October. I may choose November and celebrate it. I have never done that. I've never
Smart. Well, you're
I've never
lucky in that thought because your birthday's the 31st. You have the option. You could have gone from like the 1st of October all the way till tomorrow. I mean, not
right.
tomorrow. You know what I mean? Your birthday this day,
I've done
and then
that.
or the other way around. You're smack dab in the middle. Like most people don't have that option, so you could do
No.
that.
But I've never done November. I've never done it. So this will be a
November.
first time for me. So
Yeah.
what I'll do. Here's what I'll do. This is a good idea. I'm going to try to see if I can make the best of it. I will celebrate all the way up. Well, I have to find out what day it falls on. I may celebrate all the way up till about the time Thanksgiving starts. So I don't know what day that is this year. I'd have to.
That is a really good question. I don't know offhand the exactly date of Thanksgiving offhand. So let's see. Well, it's the last Thursday of the month.
Yeah.
So if the 6th, 6, 13, 20, would it be the 27th? Probably.
Let me see. I gotta go to a calendar. Here we go.
Like we're recording this in real time. There's no edits here. We just like being ourselves. Hope you don't mind.
That's right. November 27th.
Yay! Oh my word.
Yeah. So what I could do is I could celebrate up to say the 20. Well, you know what? Since it's only 1, 2, 3 days, I might as well just celebrate all the way until the end of the month because it's only.
Why not? You should celebrate. Life is to be celebrated. Birthdays are a happy occasion. Even for people like if you lose a loved one, I just want to say this very briefly. Like let's say that we're honoring a person that we love that has passed away on their birthday. I don't look at it as day of mourning, day of sadness. Yeah, of course we miss the person, but I look at it as a celebration of that person's life. So when their birthday anniversary, heavenly birthday comes around, I like to celebrate it that way. I know you get, ice cream or cake or some sort of celebration to acknowledge, your mom
I
or your
do.
dad. I do the same too.
Yeah.
My, my dad's birthday is coming up. In fact, next week.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm probably going to figure out, one of the things that maybe he liked to have or whatever. Just acknowledge it.
Yeah, I've done that. I've actually gone and had a dessert or something that they would eat, something that they would have eaten
Yeah.
that I like. I would go and get that. So,
Why not?
well, there's
Birthday's
nothing.
off a celebration, and I'm wishing you the very best for your birthday today.
Oh, thank you. No, it'll be pretty good. And like I said, what I don't get around to, yeah, I've got the rest of the week. If I or like you or like I
Yeah.
said, or the month. You might. I don't know. Let me see how things go. If um, a
It's
little.
like with me, a family member was reminding me, oh, your birthday's coming around. I know you like those Linzer cookies. And I don't know what it is, Steve, but lately, the last few years, it's awfully hard to get Linzer cookies. It's like everybody and their cousin all of a sudden in the last few years have been falling in love with Linzer cookies. You can make them, and I have made them. There's a lot of steps in between. I much prefer to just get it all done.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, you know what? Well, this is October, and Linzer cookies are like real popular during Christmas and all. The thing
That's
to
my
do,
problem too. The holiday season,
uh,
yeah.
the thing to do would be to start looking for them now.
I did. I had the absolute audacity to look for Lindbergh cookies like 2 weeks ago. Would you believe they were still out stock? But my sister, for example, she ended up getting them. Do you remember she got them for me around Valentine's Day?
I remember.
Remember? So
Yeah.
she kept trying and trying
Yeah.
and trying. So eventually I got them. Don't ask me why I love that cookie. I just do. So there.
Well, remember too, there's always an alternative. There's two alternatives to that. One is I get it. I can get them at Publix. It's about $6 or $7, and it's a blend of Italian cookies. It's Italian.
Amen. Amen. Guilty as charged.
Inside that cookie, you've got one that looks like a Linzer tart. It's got red, it's got yellow, it's got green. It looks just like a Linzer. If you didn't know any better, you would think it's that.
But that's okay, Steve. I like those long one sandwich cookie. It has like
That one is in there.
chocolate. I think you know that one with the spoon.
Then you've got a yellow. Then you've got a golden cookie or a
Darn
regular.
those holidays and birthdays. Yes.
And then you've got that same cookie that's not chocolate. That's got
Yep.
chocolate dip on both sides.
Yep.
Um, and if you don't go that route, you have one other alternative: Pepperidge Farm Verona cookie.
Guilty as charged last year when I couldn't get my Linzer tart. They are great. They are like a butter cookie with like a thumbprint in the center. Really, really good. They're really good. Yeah.
So, if in the event that you can't find your Linzer, consider that as a fallback.
Don't worry, Steve. I already put it in my check off list. But
Did you?
today's
Okay.
your birthday. And I like I said, we all hope that you get everything that you want. Are you still interested in that coffee thingy that
Yeah,
grind? Yeah, good.
I'm going to let everybody know, and then we'll
Okay.
go ahead and close up. The only, again, like I said earlier, things that make me happy. So I have always wanted, they don't run that much, they're about $20, $25. I have always wanted to buy a coffee grinder. I mean, I've been buying ground coffee, a long time,
Yeah.
but I want to be able to buy whole bean coffee, grind my own, and make it. And I've had ground coffee, whole bean, chopped up. Because when I used to go to the wholesale club, I used to buy a bag of 8 o'clock coffee, and I would go to the coffee grinder and chop it up to whatever coarseness I want, and then I would brew it. It does taste better. The whole bean does have a better,
You can't beat it because it's like fresh.
yeah. So that's one of the things I would not mind. Well,
Nice.
I would like to have for my birthday. It's not really all that expensive, but that is one of the things I would like to
Very
consider.
nice. That's good.
Um, and then, like I said, the cold cuts with the mortadella, the
Oh,
cheese.
you go for that. Oh, do it. Do it, do it. And what's nice about that, you can revisit it. Like, okay, you put it in your refrigerator, right? And then like, oh, maybe late in the evening tomorrow night. It reminds me of Thanksgiving before we go, Steve. Thanksgiving to me, there are two Thanksgivings. The one you have with your fam, like in the middle of the day. Then the one where, okay, everybody goes home or they're sleeping or they're passed out on the couch watching football. Then you sneak over to the refrigerator
Oh
and
yeah. Now I have been known to do that.
Yep.
I have been known to do that later on in the evening, or if I decide, or if I do get a little hungry again. I have been known to slip back, or even or whenever, and go back and slip a little I've been known to do that. The turkey, especially that.
Tastes better. It tastes better at that point.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why.
The stuffing even tastes better. Don't ask me
It
why.
does. Oh,
And the gravy.
it does. Well, happy birthday, Steve.
No, thank you so much. Well, anyway, guys, I hope all of you have a great Halloween as well. Enjoy the day. And if you have children and you're going to take them out later to do any trick or treating, you know, definitely be with them.
Be
Keep an
safe.
eye on them, because I just don't trust people. And, you know, one other thing to do as well, it's sad that it has come to this, but definitely consider examining the candy before your kids eat it, because you don't know if you've got a lunatic out there that might have slipped a little. I am, I'm just very
Yeah.
apprehensive and watchful for things like that. I don't have any kids, but I've heard too many stories along the way. So,
And that's why I used to like when my daughter was little, I was always accompanying, my daughter for trick or treat. But that was in the 80s. It was still a lot better then.
oh
Right
yeah,
right now, my higher recommendation, have a fall party. And where like all your friends and all everybody is supervising, and it's a
yeah,
safe, much safer situation. And the kids could still have a lot of fun.
yeah. The '80s was the last time I even went trick or treating. The last time I went trick or treating was it was my 13th birthday, and I went as Dracula. That was my last. I didn't trick or treat after that. No, because at that point I thought I was, even at 13 I thought I was a little bit, because when I think of trick or treaters I'm thinking of 8,
That had to
9,
be fun, though, the
7.
Dracula thing. That had to be fun. Steve, quick trivia question I have to ask. Do you remember the last time I got dressed up for Halloween when I was a senior in high school? Would you happen to remember the character that I dressed up as?
Oh wow, let me
I think you
see.
might know. It was like a character that was in the movies back in the 1930s.
Back in the 30s, okay.
Yep. And he had
um
famous brothers. That's the biggest hint I'll give. He was part of a famous brothers team.
well, so much for one of them. Well, One of my answers is excluded because this person had to do with music. Let me see. Wow. Well, you said brothers, so that excludes
Yeah,
my second.
it was a comedy team of brothers back in the day.
Well, let me see. I can only I can only think of two, and I hope I'm right on one of these.
I used to like to do drama, so I didn't care. But go ahead.
One is Laurel and Hardy.
You're in a close like proximity. Harpo Marx.
Oh, oh,
I don't
okay.
know if I told you that story anyway. I could be making a mistake, and maybe I told another friend. But I dressed
Okay.
up like Harpo Marx. I went all over the school. I put on a crazy wig. I went on the New York City subway that way. I had on my dad's robe. He got me one of those horns, like those horns. I was lifting my leg, putting it on people's arms. I went bananas that day. Don't ask. But I was a kid. It was a lot of fun. You have a lot of fun on your birthday. You got the Halloween going. You picked a great day to be born.
Yeah, I did. No, I never thought of that. You might have told me eons ago. I just never thought about it because I know who Harpo and Groucho. I know who they are. You know the brothers.
I used to love the Marx Brothers. That's why I was fascinated by that comedy team.
I'll go ahead and tell
Go to their
you.
revival, their movies and stuff like that in the
Yeah,
acting theaters. Go ahead.
well, I'll tell you what my original two thoughts were, and but it didn't work because it was music. The first one was Cab Calloway, so that wasn't it.
Oh, yeah. No, but a friend of mine used to talk about Cap Calloway. Yes.
And then the second one, I thought, you said brothers. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe the Jackson Five. That
It
might,
would have been relevant in my period of time growing up. That would have been pretty relevant.
yeah, because with Dancing Machine and
Right.
ABC and all those songs,
But
yeah.
I was like into nostalgia. I have this fascination for the 1930s. Obviously, I keep speaking to almost ad nauseum to my viewers about the Great Depression. That's all because of my fascination with the decade of the 1930s. You know, our parent, well, not your parents, but my parents were born, in that era, and depression years era, and it just like struck
Well,
me as interesting. My
well,
father
no,
got me interested in the Marx Brothers, and then I was like, who are these crazy people? So funny. So then that's what I decided to do. Dress up like
well,
Harpo.
no, well, no. My mom was born in 1938, and my dad was born in 1939. Um, so that's that. Um, but no, she was born in 39. No, she's born in 38. He was born in 39. But they lived through, you know, a lot of rough times as well.
Yeah.
So your mom and dad are not really too, from my parents, are not too far away. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah. Well, speaking of the Great Depression, we're kind of reliving some of that now, if you know what I mean.
We're living right now into the end of the roaring 20s. Well, although I hear one side says this side, I don't listen to any side. I listen to the personal barometer of Jan, which is like, you know what, Jan, just stay away from the news. Just,
Yeah.
just keep smiling. But you have a most wonderful 51st birthday. May all your birthday dreams come true, and just definitely have at least the week. But if you could go for the month, good for you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, anyway, guys, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe if you like my content. Um, I usually say this at the end of every video. My super thanks has been activated for the month of October. I also for my doing a video. If you want to show any contribution of any type, I do like to receive Amazon gift cards as well. So for all of you that that might want to consider a small donation, no amount is too little or too big. Please consider. Well, anyway, I hope everybody has a great whatever time of day it is for you. I or we will see you back here next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
as I